Hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Show. I am your host, Jay Jones. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the Black community by promoting business ownership. If you are currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, we invite you to join us every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint.
Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 199. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another exciting and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is Pinpoint and Monetize Your Genius, 7 steps. Pinpoint and monetize your genius, 7 steps. Now, before we get into today's show, I just want to give you a few updates. Update number 1, if you hear some noise in the background, I'm getting some construction done on my house, and these guys have been here like all week, so please forgive me if you do hear a little background noise. Number 2 update, my new course, educatedecommerce.com, dropped on May 1st. So if you're interested in starting a successful and sustainable e-commerce business off of Amazon with your own sites and on Amazon, that's the course you need to take. Now, I had a lot of people reach out to me that weren't able to take advantage of the VIP pre-launch discount. So from Monday, May 7th through Wednesday, May 9th, I'm going to do a $100 discount off of the price. So you can pay in 2 payments or 1 single payment, but you'll get a $100 discount from May 7th through Wednesday, May 9th. And so you go on to the site, educatedecommerce.com, and you use the coupon code BEB100, like Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, BEB100. So if you're going to do it, take advantage of it now before Wednesday, May 9th. Also, update number 3, my new book, A New Black Wall Street. It's coming. I know everybody's been asking me. It's getting pushed back another 7 to 10 days. And I got the initial printing back and the cover was messed up. And so when I put this book out, I put so much work into it. I want it to be right. So I resent that back and they're going to reprint the book. It had a little different coloration on the front and things weren't exactly as I wanted. So like I said, I put a whole lot of work and energy into it. And so I'm not going to shortchange anybody, especially myself and the BEB family, by sending out an inferior product. So please bear with me for another, say, 7 to 10 days until it comes out. And I'll keep you posted on social media. Now, let's get to today's show, guys. Pinpoint and monetize your genius, 7 steps. The first thing I want to identify is what your genius is. And your genius is the intersection of your passion and your talent. I'm going to repeat that. Your genius is the intersection of your passion or passions and your talent or talents. We all have a lot of passions, I'm sure, and we all have more than one talent. But that's what your genius is, the intersection of your passion and your talent. Now, unfortunately, many people don't know what their genius is and they don't know how to find it. And I'm going to tell you, when you live in your genius, that's when everything is going to change for you. I know I was running around like a rudderless ship for a while. I was always searching for something to fulfill me. So when I was working in corporate America, that didn't fulfill me. When I started my first business, that fulfilled me. And then after the crash with my mortgage business, I had to reinvent myself. And I've told this story several times on several different episodes. But what I actually did was I found my genius. For me, for example, I have a lot of passions and I have several talents. But 2 of my biggest passions are entrepreneurship and also being able to help my people. So what I did was that's the intersection with my talent, which is communication. I'm a teacher by nature. So the intersection of my love for my people, entrepreneurship, and the talent, which is teaching for me, that's my genius spot right there. Hopefully, before it's all over, everybody will find their genius. So I want everybody to become happy in their genius. And once you do find that, life is really going to change for you because you're doing what you're put here to do. And unfortunately, a lot of people can't say that. And I was one of them because I had to, pay bills, do all kinds of stuff to keep everything in order. But when you can intersect your passion and your talent and monetize it, that's when you're living within your genius. So we identified what your genius is, intersection of passion and talent. Now, step number 1, you have to determine what your genius space looks like. You have to look forward so you can create what you want to create. What is your ideal life? What does it look like? Now, for me, and I mentioned this before, I like to have time with my family. I don't like to be tied down to an office, and I like freedom. I like to be able to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, with who I want to do it. That's something that I had to create when I reinvented myself, so to speak, after my mortgage business crashed. Now, here's a couple of examples of people that I've interviewed on the show that are actually living in their genius space. So in episode 195, just a few weeks ago, I interviewed young brother Mr. Elijah Tyson, a.k.a. Tice the Trainer. He has a passion for fitness, and his talent is helping people maintain their fitness goals. So he's living in his genius. In episode number 90, I interviewed a writer, Ms. K.L. Collier. Her passion is writing, and her talent is teaching people how to write. So she has a new course coming out, and we'll be bringing her on the show soon. A new course coming out to teach black girls how to write. She used to write in Hollywood, and now she's published a lot of successful books. Check out episode number 195 with Elijah Tyson, and also episode number 90 with Miss K.L. Collier. So these are examples of people that are living in their genius space. So it is possible. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to need you to grab a sheet of paper. And everybody has heard of mind mapping, I'm sure. But I want you to fold that paper in half twice so you get 4 quadrants. This is what I want you to do. In the top left quadrant, I want you to write down a list of all your passions. It doesn't matter how silly it may be. You could have a passion like, I love to collect shoelaces. It doesn't matter what your passion is, all right? Write down a list of all your passions, not your likes, but your passions. Like for me, I love boxing. I'm passionate about boxing. I thought about starting a boxing podcast. I just don't have the time to do it. So in the top left-hand quadrant, write down a list of all your passions. All right, that's step number 2. Step number 3, in the top right-hand quadrant, write down a list of all your talents. Whatever your talent may be, you may be a great dancer, a great singer, a great writer, may be proficient in software or some type of software. Whatever it is, write down all of your talents, everything. Don't skimp. Remember, this is a form of mind mapping. So top left quadrant, you write down your list of passions. Top right quadrant, your list of talents. Step number 4, I want you to write down, this is in the bottom left-hand quadrant. There are only 6 things that you can sell, all right? And I've gone through this before. It's your physical products, your digital products, and your services. Those are 3. Or you can sell somebody else's physical products, somebody else's digital products, or somebody else's services. There's really only 6 things that you can sell: physical products and digital products and services. So once again, you can sell your physical products, your digital products, or your services. Or you can sell somebody else's physical products, somebody else's digital products, or somebody else's services. So those are the 6 things that you can sell, that you can monetize. So under the bottom left-hand quadrant, I want you to write those 6 things down. Now, what you want to do now is to try to think of products or services that combine with your list of passions and talents to see if there's something that you come up with. So, for example, when I pinpoint my genius, which is the intersection between my passion and my talent, I have a passion for helping our people. I have a passion for entrepreneurship. I have a talent of teaching. So my new online course, Educated E-commerce, that's a digital product. That's my digital product. If you're in the fitness space, right, you could sell physical products in addition to, you could be teaching somebody something. You could teach a service. So, for example, if you're a physical trainer, you can train somebody. So that's income there. You can also create products to go along with your training. They could be weight loss supplements. It could be exercise equipment or whatever. So in the bottom left quadrant, You need to write down the 6 things that you can sell, and under each of those 6 things, write down a product or a service that's applicable that you can possibly sell. Now, you're probably not going to have everything under each of the 6 things, but just think about it. All right. In the bottom right quadrant number 4, you want to start building your platform or determine what platform you're going to connect with your people. So in that bottom right quadrant, put platform, and it could be podcast, it could be a blog, it could be a YouTube channel, it could be whatever you want it to be. But you have to have a platform to connect with the people that you're going to serve. All right. So once again, and that's step number 5. First thing on the paper, top right, left quadrant, list of passions. Top right quadrant, list of talents. Bottom left quadrant, 6 things that you can sell. And once again, everything's not applicable to you depending upon what your talent is and what your passion is. And the bottom right quadrant is what's your platform. Could be a podcast, blog, YouTube channel, whatever, book, whatever your platform is. You need to create that. And that's step number 5. Step number 6. And today's show is going to be a short show, guys, because I'm getting straight to the point. Step number 6. Take your time and be deliberate. Don't be pressed to monetize whatever your genius is. That's where a lot of people have problems, because they're trying to monetize too fast, too quickly. So I've told the story before. When I started Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, this podcast, I had no idea what it would turn into, and I wasn't worried about monetizing it because I was making my money somewhere else. I was making it online. I was making it with my other businesses. So I did this because it is a passion of mine. It's something that I love to do. So I didn't have to worry about, man, how am I going to monetize this so I can eat, so I can live and pay my bills? And when you're rushed like that or pressed like that, a lot of times you don't do whatever you're trying to do justice, because all you're concerned with is trying to get that bag, trying to get that money. So step 6, take your time, be deliberate. Don't be pressed to monetize. All right. And step number 7, create your product or service and become happy in your genius. Create your product or service and become happy in your genius. Once again, it could be a book, an online course. It could be a physical product. It could be a planner, a guide, whatever it is. Serve your people. Give them something that's going to empower them. So when I think about Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, initially, I never thought about starting a course or anything like that. All I wanted to do was get out the information and my experiences as an entrepreneur, my good and bad experiences, and people started giving me feedback, and I know what it feels like to be living in your genius. I know that, and I want to give that to people. So one of the ways that I thought I could do it was with my online course, because it takes away 2 of the biggest barriers that people have for starting their own business: time, so you can start an e-commerce business part-time, and money. There's a low barrier to entry with money. So that fit perfectly with, my platform. Hey, this is what I've done. It's helped me to live in my genius. Let me share this with others. And if you want to read the book when it comes out, A New Black Wall Street, if that's good enough for you, that's fine, because I detail everything in the book. If you need extra assistance, which is the course, the online course, Educated E-commerce, that's there for you too. If you need one-on-one coaching, that's there for you also. So I'm putting it out there, and whatever level you need, it's going to be there for you. So let's review these real quick. Pinpoint and monetize your genius, 7 steps. Number 1, determine what your genius space looks like. Your ideal life. What does that look like? Because you don't know where to go if you don't know what you're going for. Step number 2, and this is on a sheet of paper, your mind mapping. 4 quadrants, fold the paper up. 4 quadrants on the paper. Top left quadrant, write down a list of all your passions. Everything. It doesn't matter how silly they are, whatever. Top right quadrant, write down a list of your talents. All of your talents. It could be tap dancing, jump rope. It doesn't matter what it is. All right. Write down all of your talents, because this is a mind map now. Bottom left-hand corner, there are only 6 things you can sell. So under each of the 6 things, list something that's applicable to you based on your passion and your talent. Remember, you can only sell your physical product, your digital product, your services. or somebody else's physical product, somebody else's digital product, or somebody else's services. So have those 6 things written down, and under each one, write down a product that may be applicable to your platform. And the bottom right quadrant, which again is step number 5, is you got to start building your platform. What's your platform? You could start out with a Facebook page, a fan page. You could start out with a blog. You can start with a podcast. You can start with a YouTube channel. But you need to have a platform to connect with the people you're going to serve. Step number 6, and this is big. Take your time and be deliberate. Don't be pressed to monetize. When you pressed, a lot of times we move too fast, and sometimes we go half-ass on something. So take your time, be deliberate. Don't be pressed to monetize. Create something great. Step 7, create your product or service, and then become happy in your genius. Because you're going to attract the people based on your platform and your content. You're going to attract the people that want to be attracted. So create your product or service and become happy in your genius. And when you can meld those two together, the intersection of your passion and your talent, you'll be living within your genius. Now, I know genius, people are like, well, I'm not a genius. I know personally I'm not a genius. Jay Jones isn't a genius, but I'm living in my genius because I'm smart enough to know what my passions are, what my talents are, and I have the experience to monetize that. And that's all you want to do. Like I said, I'm blessed. I'm able to do that. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I got a lot of expenses. You know, I help take care of my mother financially. I got 2 kids in college. Thank God one of them is graduating this week. So that's going to be a little load off me. But I'm able to focus and do the things I want to do, work on projects, and just work on things that I know that I'm supposed to do, as opposed to going into an office. When I used to go in an office to a job that I couldn't stand, it was killing me. I felt like a caged lion. And my goal and my objective is, as a serial entrepreneur with some successes and some failures, I want to be able to teach my people how to get to that genius place, the intersection of your passion and your talent. Here's some food for thought. Today's show topic is Pinpoint and Monetize Your Genius. Now, in episode 197 of Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, I talked about making money with domain names, internet real estate. So what do you think I did, guys? I went out and I bought Pinpoint and Monetize Yourgenius.com. I also purchased PinpointYourGenius.com. And the reason I did that is that could be a great title for a course or a book. So you always want to start thinking a couple steps ahead. I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it, but if I want to, I have that at my disposal. Before we sign off today, that's today's show. Before we sign off, please continue to spread the word about Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the podcast, and the blog. Also, check out my course, educatedecommerce.com, if you want to build a successful e-commerce business with passive/semi-passive income. So that'll free you up to do what God put you here to do. Go to educatedecommerce.com. And from Monday, May 7th to Wednesday, May 9th, I'm doing a promo, $100 off. Coupon code BEB100, BEB100. Once again, a new Black Wall Street coming out shortly. I'll keep you posted. And also, if you need to connect with me, if it's something long, hit me at jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. I got people instant messaging me like 15 paragraphs, and it's kind of hard to read. So something long, hit me at jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Facebook, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Twitter, jjones001. Instagram, jjones4real, the number 4, REAL. YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Just dropped a new video last week, as a matter of fact, about e-commerce. Check it out. It's about I think it's 17 minutes long, but it's actually a nice video, and it's showing some of my coaching students and some of my friends who are in e-commerce, and I'm just pulling out these boxes of products to let you guys know that, I mean, the game is unlimited. There's all types of different things that you can sell via e-commerce. And also, my last connect is, if you want to be included in the BEB text line for special notifications and reminders, I'm not going to bug the bejesus out of you, but just basically for special events, text BEB, like Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, to 555-888. BEB to 555-888. So that's today's show, guys. Pinpoint and monetize your genius. 7 steps. I'm telling you, once you get to that point, life is going to change. It's going to be sunny every day. Trust me. It's going to be sunny every day because you're living within your purpose. And that's really what it's all about. And when you're living within your purpose and being able to serve at the same time, there's nothing better than that. I love you guys. I'll see you same time next week. Peace.